What's up, Jordan?
What's going on, James?
Not a whole lot, man.
I feel like we need some cool like intro music there.
I feel I feel like that would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Whenever I
Some
can
like
figure out this
I don't
stream.
know, some like cool like
Do
epic rock and roll or
you
something
know?
that
You know what? I think we can actually do that. Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
This
I think there's a. Come on, Jordan. There we go.
isn't really what I
All
was
right. All
feeling,
right.
but
All
I
right.
guess it's better than
Better than
nothing.
nothing. All right. All right. Cool. So
Um
there's your little music intro to get you going. We'll figure that out. I think we gotta upgrade and pay for Riverside to start doing more customization. It is what it is right now. You get what you get. Don't throw a fit, right?
yeah.
I'm gonna have to pay to upgrade though, because I do want some of those features.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, give us a little more spice. Get some Spice Girl action going on in here.
I don't know
If you were a Spice Girl, which one would you be?
anything about the
Yeah,
Spice Girls really.
how
Other than
about
so what I'm thinking of, so I found online this song that has like burrowed a worm into my brain.
yeah?
Um, it's called Ratatata.
Okay.
It's by Baby Metal and oh gosh, what's the other? Hold on, hold please. Electric Callboy.
Electric Callboy.
So Electric Callboy,
Okay.
it's just like these like normal like metal. It's like a normal metal band, and Baby Metal is like these three Japanese girls that they do like all this metal stuff. I don't
Uh huh.
know. It's an incredibly catchy little song. But it's like super like hard rock.
Okay.
Um
I like hard rock. I'm
so
a
I've
hard
been
rock
bopping out
guy.
to that. So
Okay. Maybe someday you can bring that on the stream then for us.
yeah. Yeah,
Maybe we
intro
can
it'll
incorporate some like of our own lyrics and
be
like
like my walk up song or something like that.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
we can come up with
We
walk
we
up
just see
songs.
we just see your mic and then all of a sudden we hear the music and you kind of walk in, take frame.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Something.
That's all we got now. We can't play sports at our age, so
No.
we podcast. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So we sit in chairs and talk about
We
sports.
sit in here, pretend know what we're talking about. Yeah. All right. I like your green water bottle, man. That's nice.
Oh, yeah,
That's cool.
little
Little
Stanley
flavor.
action.
Oh, it's a Stanley. Okay.
It is a Stanley. It's the Stanley Ice Flow.
Okay. Someone's got some money in their pockets over there. All right.
It was a gift.
Okay.
It was a gift.
That makes sense. Okay. By the way, Nebraska volleyball is playing right now against Kentucky. In case anybody cares.
Preseason action.
I think it's actually the first game of the.
Oh, the regular season.
Yeah, I think the season starts tonight. So yeah, number 2 Nebraska is up 12-10 second set. They took the first set 25-21. So over number 9 Kentucky, man. Let's go Big Red.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get into it, man. We're not here to talk about volleyball.
Volleyball
Girls sports.
tonight.
Yeah. Okay, so we have some big games coming up on Thursday, correct, Jordan?
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
excited about some of these Thursday games. I was looking at it before we hopped on, and of course it's not loading now. But I know Minnesota, North Carolina
Yep.
is Thursday.
Yep.
I think there's a couple other ranked teams that are playing on Thursday. They're not playing anyone really of note.
No, I mean I think you got Utah, Southern Utah. You got
Let's see.
who's playing?
Rutgers plays Howard. North
Yeah.
Carolina State plays Western Carolina.
That's the one. Yep, that's the one I was
Wake
thinking of.
Forest plays North Carolina A&T.
Okay.
UCF, second year in the Big 12, they kick off their schedule with New Hampshire.
Okay.
Let's see who else we got. Who else? Missouri plays Murray State.
The Racers of Murray State. All right.
Kansas plays Linwood.
Oh, the Lindenwood Lions. Yeah,
Yeah, the Lindenwood. That's right, Lindenwood.
I was looking at them earlier.
Like we said, Minnesota, North Carolina.
Yep.
It's a
Yep.
dual Power 4 matchup. I have to get used to saying Power 4. I still want to say Power 5.
I know,
in
right?
Peace,
We
Pac-12.
lost Pac-12.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Until they decide to merge with the Mountain West and call themselves the Pac-12,
Yeah, right.
which is what I think is going to happen sooner rather than later. But what
Okay.
do I know?
Maybe some conference realignment talk later
yeah.
on by Mr.
And
Hopper.
then you got North Dakota State against Colorado.
And that's the game I think most people are looking forward to right there. is that the actual
Yep.
bison against the buffalo.
Yep.
I don't know if you got see that meme.
Battle of the
Have-
Bison Buffalo.
Have you seen that meme floating around?
Yeah.
The Colorado logo, their buffalo is actually not.
Not
It's
a
actually
real
a bison. It's actually a bison, and because a buffalo is actually a
bison.
little more dorky looking thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways,
Well, that was someone said. Where are they at? I think South Carolina was playing. Who are the Chanticleers?
oh, Coastal Carolina.
Coastal Carolina. Yep.
Yeah.
And Chanticleer is also a gamecock. It's just
Oh.
another name for a rooster.
Oh,
So
okay.
I heard that is the only televisable cockfight that you can.
Oh no, Jordan, you did not go there. Okay. Oh God, Michael Vick. Sorry, buddy.
That was dogs. Michael Vick was dog.
Oh, that's right. He was a dog fighter. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
That tangent, and then let's talk about football. Have you ever seen the epic rap battles of history?
Sorry. No, I have
Have
not.
you ever seen those? Okay.
No, go ahead.
So they take random characters, some fictional, some non-fictional, and just match them up, and they write these raps for them. They're
Okay.
also super catchy. And anyways, there's one between Charles Darwin and
Okay.
Ash Ketchum.
Okay.
And
I
one
don't know
of
either of those guys either.
Ash Ketchum is the main character in the Pokemon TV show.
Okay. I still don't know who that is.
Charles Darwin is kind of like the father of evolution, the evolution theory.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know. Okay. Darwin. Yeah.
So there's a line. So you know the basic premise of Pokemon. You don't have to know much about it, but like
They just chase him and try to catch him with the
yeah,
ball.
you try and catch them, and then you can level them up, and they can evolve.
Right. Okay.
And, yeah.
Yep.
So there's a line. One of Charles Darwin's lines to Ash Ketchum is, "Look, Mighty Morphin Michael Vick. Your
Oh.
animated slave fights make me sick."
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Because the Mighty Morphin,
Wow.
because they like evolve and change forms or whatever.
Right.
So yeah.
Nice. Nice.
So that's what I thought of
Good
when
stuff.
you said Michael Vick.
Michael Vick. Yeah. Yeah. He was into the dogs.
Yep.
The dog arena. Yeah. So wait, who? So cockfighting.
Yeah. The South Carolina and the I think South Carolina plays Eastern Carolina this year.
Yeah. But is cockfighting actually illegal then?
Yes, very much so.
Okay. Because I think down south they do that.
It's very illegal.
Okay.
Very
So they do it, but it's not legal.
very
okay.
illegal
Very
and frowned
illegal.
upon.
Frowned upon too, okay.
Have two animals, regardless of species, fight each other and bet money
bet
on
on
the
it.
outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, very,
Yeah.
very illegal.
Very not
very illegal.
not cool. Not cool.
Not condoned by
We-
the
we-
True Tailgate
we
podcast.
don't condone it at all on this podcast. You'll never hear
Yeah,
us talk about that again. Yeah. Okay.
Animal fighting is not condoned
Here
on this particular
Platform.
show.
on this show. Yeah.
Gotta
Cool.
go find another show.
That's right. Okay, so those games you mentioned, Jordan, which one would you watch?
I'm probably gonna be bouncing around a little bit.
Okay. Are you
Because-
gonna double dip and triple dip and taste
Oh,
until
we're gonna
gonna taste all
as
of it?
many dips as I can get. My
you're
fingers
gonna
on.
dip it up, huh? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
see. So I'm curious. I want to see Rutgers.
Okay.
Because I've heard a lot of hype this offseason about how, I mean, the hype, I don't know, is it just because they don't have to play Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State guaranteed every year, or are they actually going to have a team?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
They have a new quarterback. So I'm curious I want to check in on the old Scarlet Knights and see
Yes.
what they're up to.
Yeah.
Similar with, I mean, I'm just really intrigued to see a lot of these Power 5 teams. It's the first week of the season, so I want to know a little bit about what's going on in the greater college landscape. So like the North Carolina State game, even though they're playing Western Carolina, I just want to check them out because they're ranked 24th right now. So it's like,
Yeah.
I want to see, is this really a top 25 team?
Top 25 team. Yep. Yep.
Wake Forest, I'm curious because they were doing pretty well for what Wake Forest is historically the past couple of years. Like
Right.
Dave Clawson, their coach, I think has been a pretty good coach, and they kind of fell back to earth a little bit last year. So I want to see, are they able to bring that back? Like, are they going to be able to kind of, that kind of that air raid system, pitch it all over the yard kind of thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Who's the quarterback they went out and got? They got was it Grayson McCall?
did they get Grayson McCall?
I think that Grayson McCall from Coastal Carolina,
I think they did. I think you're right.
and he's a guy that can definitely pitch it. So, I think he had in his time at Coastal Carolina, I think he had like 73 touchdowns to only 8 interceptions or something crazy like that. I don't know if you can check that. If you can check that out, yeah.
Yeah, I know he was really good at Coastal.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm trying to look up the Wake Forest depth chart. It's trying to get me to sign up for the Wake Forest newsletter. Not interested in that. Thank you.
Oh, and you're talking Wake Forest right now, because I was talking NC State.
Yeah, NC State got
McCall. Yeah, yeah. I don't know who Wake Forest has.
Yeah, I want to know.
Or if Wake Forest is even supposed to be that good. I guess the one I'm kind of looking at forward to, too, is I kind of want to see the Lindenwood Lions play Kansas. I'm just curious what Kansas is going to look like this year, too. And
I want to see Jalen Daniel.
Yeah, yeah. I want to see him, and
because
he's fun to watch.
Yeah, Jalen Daniel is very fun to watch, and I also want to see how he does with his whole back situation.
Yes. Yeah, I heard if he gets injured, they don't really have too reliable of a backup, so they're really hoping and depending on him to stay healthy the entire season.
I think it's like a freshman is the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Cole Ballard, a redshirt freshman, is who is behind Jalen Daniels.
Okay.
At Kansas.
Yeah.
So last year they had a really solid backup who was able to come in and kind of spell him once Jalen Daniels got shut down.
And what was his name? That was that B. Was it Beanie? Bean? Was it Bean?
Yeah. Is it Jason Bean?
Something Bean, I think. Yeah. Because he played really well when he did have to come in and take over reps and snaps. While you're doing that, quick update for everybody. Nebraska is now down in the second set, 22-20 to Kentucky. So Kentucky's looking to even this thing at 1 set apiece. Back to your regularly scheduled program now.
What's his name?
It was Bean. I think it was like Jamie Bean or something Bean. Boy, it's so sad that we can't remember this. Let me look it up.
Jason Bean.
That's right. I knew it was a J. Yeah, it was a J
name.
Jason
Bean.
Yep. I almost said Jimmy Bean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually just signed with the Colts.
Yeah. Yeah. He's in the NFL. Yeah. I saw him in a preseason game. So, yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty good coming out of Kansas, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they got a good coach down there who's turning them around again. So.
Yeah, Lance Leipold's a good coach.
Yeah. Nebraska was trying to get him. Or
yeah.
We had certain fans looking to get him, I guess.
Certain fans wanted Nebraska to get him.
Kind of wanted, yeah. I'm happy with Matt Rule, but yeah.
I think Leipold's a good coach.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone does eventually come calling for him.
Yeah. Yep. I wouldn't either.
But I think probably the two games I'm going to spend the most time with on Thursday, outside of UAB and Alcorn State. I mean, obviously that one's going to be that's going to be main screen.
That might be the one that nobody watches. That's rough.
Your boy might watch it.
You might watch that. All right.
I told you.
If anybody's gonna watch it, Jordan's gonna watch it. Yeah.
I got down this past weekend on Florida A&M and
that's right. You did watch Norfolk State.
I watched like a solid bit of that game. So
a good 3/4 of the game. Yeah.
Listen, I can get down on some lower tier football. And I said lower tier.
as long as
those guys are all way better than I ever was at football. Even at Florida A&M and Norfolk State. Those guys are. Like, it's really kind of scary how good those guys are. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of scary how bad we are. That we can't even.
Or how just the general population. Like, those guys are. If you put any of those guys when they were in high school on your local high school team, they are all stars.
Yeah.
Like, they are making everyone else look
bad.
Silly.
Yeah.
Silly. You know, like those.
Downright bad, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like the linemen on Florida A&M are probably just like road grading people. Like you're running for 400 yards a game behind this monster of a tackle who just,
Yeah.
is just blowing everyone off the ball. Like,
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. It's crazy. Because
anyways,
the percentage of people that make it from high school to Division One is just such a small percentage. Yeah.
right.
Yep. But yeah. So, anyways, did you find what you were looking for?
Most of what I'm going to spend my time watching is North Carolina, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
This is Power 4 on Power 4. I almost said it. I almost slipped.
You slept earlier. We should drink every time you say Power 5 is what we should do. Start ourselves a drinking game here on the true tailgate. I mean, it is a tailgate, yeah.
Yep.
Or we have a bite of a hot dog or something. Have some hot dogs cooked or...
Yeah. It's true. What would a
wieners.
good tailgate be without a good drinking game?
Eating wieners on the podcast, man.
Maybe
we're just stuffing our face.
We're already getting way ahead of ourselves, but maybe next year in the off season we can go to a baseball game and attempt to do the 7-7-7.
Hey, we could. That'd be fun. I would get down. If we have any viewers by then, I'm sure they'd love to see it too.
Right? Yeah. Have us roll up to a baseball game and do the 7-7-7.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be fun.
that's a lot. That's a lot of. It's a lot of calories to consume.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Anyways,
Go on a big
college
diet
football.
before. Yeah, back to college football. Come on,
I
Jordan.
mean, I could maybe do a 4-4-4 at a college football game.
Yeah. That wouldn't be
Four
too
dogs, 4 beers, what every quarter.
bad. 4 runzas. If you're at Nebraska, runzas, right?
4 runs.
I could do 4 runzas, man, for sure.
4 runzas, 4 slices of Valentino's pizza, and
Give me those runzas, baby. Fill me up, Buttercup.
oh,
Yeah. Anyways,
you'd still walk out of there feeling pretty sick to your stomach.
Yeah, you would. You would.
But North Carolina, Minnesota.
Yeah. Drake May's gone.
He is gone.
So quarterback
North Carolina,
situation.
I think, is going to be running a 2 quarterback system.
Yep, I heard that. Yep. Alternate. And I heard, though, also Mac Brown doesn't really like the 2 quarterback thing. But he's got to do it because he's not really sure
Not really sure who they've got.
who they got
And
what they can do.
Minnesota, I don't know a whole lot about.
I heard that they lost a lot of good wideouts. They got one good wideout, and they think he might be out for the game. So they might just have a running attack. And that might be it.
Hey, honestly,
I'm gonna say a defensive battle, maybe.
I'm a little worried about Minnesota this year.
Yeah. Well, they lost a lot of talent at wideout. Yeah.
I think they lost a lot of talent in general.
Yeah. Why didn't they they got a pretty decent quarterback, don't they?
Quarterback.
I thought they were talking
Max Broomster.
Okay. I thought I heard people talking him up somewhere.
Is it transfer?
Yeah. Find out, I guess, where he came
He's from New Hampshire.
Okay. What was his stats like at New Hampshire? Was he? I know because I know they have a pretty high prolific powered offense in New Hampshire.
OurLads.com doesn't give me any stats.
Really? Come on now.
Him at New Hampshire. But so like I'm just looking at Minnesota's offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Starting right tackle, redshirt freshman. Starting center, sophomore. Starting left guard, redshirt senior. Left tackle is redshirt senior.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, they've got a freshman and a sophomore on the line. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I know they lost their defensive coordinator as well.
Yes, they did.
This past off season. Like he went along to greener pastures.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm not sure that they're even going to have as good of a defense as they did last year. Because I feel like last year the defense kept them in some games.
Yeah. Yep, they did. Well, the defense, I think, won them the Nebraska game. Or I guess Nebraska kind of gave it to him too. But yeah, they had a pretty solid defense. And just for everybody real quick, Max Brosmer, he is a very good passing quarterback. He he
was at Delaware.
Yeah. What do I New Hampshire.
Or New Hampshire, yeah. I'm sorry. I miss
one of those schools up there.
Sorry about my lack of
knowledge on the Upper East schools up there.
So Minnesota opened last year, beating Nebraska 13-10.
Yep.
I had some friends that went to that game, and as the clock struck 0, I texted them and said, "You guys aren't staying on a high level at the hotel, are you?" Because I hope not. Hope you guys are like ground floor.
Yeah, yeah. That would be rough.
Then they beat Eastern Michigan, and then they lost to North Carolina at Chapel Hill last year. But again,
What was the score in that game?
31-13.
Okay.
And they lost.
But that was a Drake May commanded
Right.
Tar Heels at
Probably a little more potent
Chapel
offense.
Hill. Yep.
They lost to Northwestern in overtime.
Northwestern got him. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think I remember watching that game. I think Minnesota was up by several scores, and Northwestern came back and won that game.
Okay. Just kind of fell apart there then.
Yeah.
Okay.
They then beat the Louisiana Raging Cajuns.
Love that name.
Lost to Michigan. They beat Iowa 12-10.
Oh, they beat Iowa. Oh, I think I remember that 12-10 game, actually. Yeah.
That was the whole invalid fair catch signal
Yep,
thing.
I remember that. Yep. Crazy.
Gotta say,
Crazy call, crazy end.
I think it was a bad call.
I think it was a bad call too. Yeah.
I think Iowa got a little jobbed in that game.
Yeah, that was rough. That was a pretty bad call.
Yeah.
My
Anyways,
opinion, but yeah.
I mean, I gotta say, I think Iowa got jobbed, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Minnesota.
Right.
Then they beat Michigan State.
Beat Sparty.
Then they ended their season on a 4-game losing streak to Illinois, Purdue, Ohio State, and Wisconsin.
You had some tough games in there though. Wisconsin, Ohio State, tough. Purdue, somewhat tough. Yeah.
So they were 5-7.
Yeah.
And got to a bowl. I think because of their
They got to a bowl at 5-7.
because of their academics. I think.
Oh wow. Because Nebraska didn't get a bowl at 5-7.
Right, they didn't.
Wow.
I think they
Now
were.
I'm feeling a little bit hurt.
I think.
Well, I guess they beat us. So I guess if it was two 5-7 teams, they
did
technically
beat Nebraska, and I think because it does go. Like, then it is based out of academics.
Yeah.
There, and a lot of the Big Ten schools are that AAU certified, like that American something.
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah.
Nebraska was when they joined the Big Ten, but they've since lost that certification or something.
Okay.
But like it's something that a lot of the old stuffy blue hairs in the Big Ten offices like care about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that academic? They kind of like to look down their noses a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways, all that to say, they lost, or they beat Bowling Green
in the bowl game.
In the bowl game, in the I believe it's the Pizza Bowl in Detroit, Michigan, on the day after Christmas. Old Boxing Day Bowl.
Pizza Bowl. Okay.
I think it's the Little Caesars Pizza Bowl in Detroit.
Oh, the Little Caesar. Okay. Yeah.
I think it is.
I like me some Little Caesar. I like me some Domino too. But
I like Domino's a lot better than I like Little Caesars.
Yeah, no, I was kidding about Little Caesar. Domino's my go-to.
Domino's 30-24. They beat Bowling Green.
Oh, that was a good game then. 30-24.
So,
okay.
I mean, I'm just looking at their point totals. 13, 25, 13, 34, 24, 10, 10, or 12, I should say 10, 12, 12, 26, 33, 14.
So it looks like averaging right around 18, 20 points a game. If you had to average that.
Yeah.
So I mean that's pretty good. You're needing your offense to score 3 times, and yeah, so defense is pretty solid. Was pretty solid. And of course Ohio State's a beast, so Ohio State I'm sure put up 33, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Let me pull up. Let's see who they got this. So they start with North Carolina at home. It's in Minneapolis.
Okay.
Then they play Rhode Island, the Rhode Island Rams.
Very nice.
It's like a dark blue and a powder blue, looks like the LA Rams logo.
Yep.
Kind of cool. Well, not the LA Rams, the old St. Louis Rams is what it's styled after.
Okay.
like the big horn that like swoops around on the helmet.
Yep.
That looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they played Nevada. I can't really give them Nevada straight up after watching Nevada look pretty good
Yeah.
the other night
Yeah.
in a loss. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah.
like that's more of a toss up than it was maybe before the season.
Yeah. Nevada looks like they could frustrate some teams.
And
And
then
I like the mobile quarterback they got.
Then they play Iowa.
Probably another dogfight.
Yeah, probably another dogfight, but I feel like Iowa's going to be looking for revenge in that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then they go
Chip
to
on the shoulder.
Michigan. Minnesota
Rough.
goes
Rough.
at Michigan.
Rough.
Loss.
Yeah. Ugly. Ugly.
And then not really when you want to see USC is October when it's not yet Minneapolis cold.
Yeah.
You want USC to show up on like
When it's
November 9th is when you want to see
snow,
USC coming
you
to
got snow,
Minneapolis.
you
Like,
got negative temperatures.
you want to like
You
get
got
those
Arctic freeze going
get
on.
those Southern Cali boys in November in Minnesota.
That's right. That's right.
October they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be slinging it all over them.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
they go,
I'd be curious to see, based on Minnesota's offense at that point, how good. I mean, that could be a shootout. You got Lincoln Riley, his passing attack, and this Max Brosmer kid.
I don't think Minnesota's gonna have offensive firepower.
Well, let me debate that a little bit here.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So Max Brosmer at New Hampshire, last year, he averaged 50 pass attempts a game, and he had games where he had 60, 59, 51, 48. He threw for 4 or more touchdowns 4 times. He had a 5 touchdown game. Accuracy is right at 70%. Threw for 3,500 yards. So I think the guy can pitch it. He can pitch it around. So if they can get him some guys who can catch, get him some guys that can get open, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Just discount all that.
Yeah, I just what I have seen from Minnesota, minus that one year they won 10 wins.
Yeah.
They won 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't that team. They aren't that pitch it around the yard team. Even when they had those dudes at receiver.
But see, they had bad quarterbacks. So that's where it kind of...
But they had one flash in the pan year, and then they've been like a
Yeah. Well, I agree with
7-5, 6-6 kind of team.
I agree, yeah. But
Or that's who they've been under PJ Fleck.
they got to row the boat. Maybe this is the year you row the boat, baby. You switch it up.
If I'm looking at the schedule right
air
now,
raid attack, baby. Air raid attack out of the Gophers.
I'm going to give them 4 wins.
Okay. I'd say it's a good prediction. That's accurate.
I think Minnesota will lose this North Carolina game. I'm picking the Tar Heels.
Yeah, I'll take the Tar Heels too. I will
I
say
don't know what the spread is.
we should look. I think it was like 1.5.
Yeah, it is. I think
So it's
North
very
Carolina. I think
close.
North Carolina by 1.5.
Yeah, and Minnesota actually opened up as the favorite, but I
Which
think it dropped.
Means that North Carolina on a neutral field is like a 4.5 point favorite.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
usually you get about 3 points for home field.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think their top receiver, like I said, I think he's out for Minnesota. So I think that's really going to hurt their offense.
Yeah, I'm picking
Yeah.
the Tar Heels.
Yeah.
I will probably root for the Gophers. I am a Big Ten fan.
I'll be texting if Max Brosmer's having a heck of a game.
Well,
If he's
I'll
got
be
500
watching
yards
it.
and seven touchdowns.
I mean, again, when I'm not busy watching, what was that one game I said?
North Dakota State?
Coastal Carolina and
Coastal
Jacksonville
Carolina.
State. They are also playing that Thursday night.
Oh,
so I mean,
shoot. Yeah.
that's obviously main screen, but YouTube
Yeah.
TV gives you the 4.
Yeah.
The 4. So Minnesota will
You
be
could pick
on
one of the 4.
one of the 4.
Hopefully you're
Probably-
giving them the volume.
I think it's going to Jacksonville State.
You're going to give them the volume screen? Wow. Okay.
Coastal Carolina. The Chanticleers.
I know. But that's back when, I mean, they've fallen off too. They don't have Grayson McCall. I think their offense is depleted. That won't be that good of a game. You'll be watching that Minnesota game hard, especially if it's in if it's a game going to the fourth quarter and Brosmer's having himself a heck of a good time out there. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna take the Gophers,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say Brosmer has a good first game as a Minnesota Gopher. So we'll see.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll see.
I
We'll
don't
see,
think so.
Jordan. We'll be back and we'll talk about it Sunday. So
We'll talk about it on Sunday.
we'll see. We'll see who's right.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's. Again, I'm rooting. I am separating my head and my heart. My heart says go Big Ten.
Yeah.
Go Big Ten teams, especially against like another Power 4 school.
Yeah.
Go Big Ten teams. But my head says Minnesota doesn't. I don't think it matters who they have at quarterback. I don't really trust that offensive line.
Yeah, we'll find out a lot.
I mean, they weren't very good last year on offense, and you're bringing in an FCS quarterback. That's going to fix your problems?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Let's row the boat, baby. Let's row the boat.
We'll
on
see.
To the next game.
So the other game going on simultaneously.
Yes.
So Minnesota and North Carolina's on Fox.
Good old
Simultaneously
Fox.
over on ESPN, or the what did someone call it? The CCPSPN?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Joking. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. North Dakota State, Colorado.
This is the game, baby.
James's favorite team, the Colorado Buffaloes.
Yikes.
And
No.
And his favorite coach, prime time,
The fighting Deion Sanders. Yeah.
Deion Sanders, are taking on the fighting Bison of North Dakota State.
Yep. Right now, I think it's 9.5 for Colorado as the favorite. So over under of like a 50, I think. Yeah. The Bison can score. The Bison can.
Can they?
They can. I think they averaged 30 points a game last year.
Let's take a peek.
So you got Cam Miller at quarterback. He's a good dual threat.
So they.
I'll tell you the one thing I like about North Dakota State real quick while you're looking stuff up. All right, so unlike Colorado where they just have their flashy players, right? You got Travis Hunter, you got Shadur Sanders, you got Shiloh Sanders, whoever else. You know, they lost 70 players and had to bring in a whole bunch of new kids. Is that right?
They're
so
living
right,
and dying by the transfer portal for sure.
Yeah, and they're putting the Instagram handles on the back of their practice jerseys in practice, so it's all like this. I don't know, a lot of clout, giving them a lot of clout and stuff. So, whereas you have North Dakota State, where you got these kids that have played together for 4 years, they're gonna come in, they're gonna play as a team, they're gonna, fight for each other as a team. So, I like that team mentality over. We got Shadur and Travis, and we got our flashy kids, but expect big plays, I guess, out of Colorado. Obviously, I'm just curious to see how the Colorado offensive line holds up too. That was their Achilles heel last year.
Yeah, the line wasn't good, but so here's my point. Here are my points against North Dakota State.
Should you actually make points?
Their head coach left to be the linebackers coach at USC. Linebackers coach, not like a super. Didn't take previous coaches have gone to like power FBS schools.
Right.
I think one of their coaches went to like Wyoming once. They aren't the world beaters that they used to be.
Debatable.
I mean, they lost 4 games last year.
I think last year was a down year. But what were they before? They've won what? They've won the national title 7 of the last how many years in that?
But those dudes ain't suiting up.
Well, yeah. What they got?
They were 12-3 the year before.
Okay. Yeah, just read off their years. What were they before that? So they were 8-4, 12-3.
14-1 the year before.
Okay.
Their lone loss being to South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits.
Yeah, South Dakota State's tough.
Jackrabbits have had their number recently.
Jackrabbits have a lot of people's number. Didn't the Jackrabbits come to Lincoln and almost knock off Nebraska?
It did. That was Amir Abdullah.
That was his big time run, right? Where he kind
I
of
think
saved us.
So
Yeah. So that they've always had a good team. They've been
lost-
sneaky good.
I don't think they beat the Jackrabbits in
Wow.
2020. They went 7-3. They lost to the Jackrabbits then.
Okay.
Let's see.
I think I also saw something too, though. The last 7 games against FBS schools, they are 6-7.
North Dakota State.
Yeah.
Yeah, their last Power 4 game was against Arizona in 22, and they lost.
Yeah. So that would be the one they lost. Yeah.
30.
They won the previous 6.
1-28.
Yeah. So close game. Super close.
They also
game.
lost to South Dakota State twice that year
Yeah. South Dakota State, man.
in
That's
2022.
That's the team you don't want to play, I guess. Is
2023,
Jackrabbits.
they lost the Jackrabbits. I'm back
Jeez.
to... When's the last time they beat the Jackrabbits?
It's a good question.
2019 is the last time North Dakota State beat South Dakota State.
Wow.
And that was a 16-0 season for the Bison.
Okay. It was a national championship year for them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They didn't play anybody. I mean, they played a bunch of FCS teams.
Right.
They played some good teams, but they didn't.
They got a bunch of seniors, though.
But
which
they
is
also
good.
have some injuries.
They do.
Some injuries, and I think some key positions along the line.
Possibly, yeah.
I think I'm going to go against you on this one, too. I'm taking the Buffs.
Okay, so now go a little further. Is this a close game where there's a few big plays made by Shadur and Travis that's like, does Travis have a game sealing interception? Does he have a pick 6 that or is it a blowout? Are you talking a blowout? What are you talking?
I think I'm taking Colorado minus 9.5.
Okay. So they're gonna win by
I think they'll
at
win by
least 10. Okay. Right at 10, or are you going?
10. Could be more.
Could be more. Okay.
I'll take the 9, and I'll just give me the
Oh,
9.5
wow.
if that's what's out there.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Buffs with the points,
Okay.
or minus the points.
And
I think that they have to, like, this is one of those games, and it gets thrown around a lot, like, oh, this is a must win. But if they want to get to a bowl and achieve their goals for the year, Colorado can't slip up in this one.
right. No, I totally agree with that. Yeah. I also, I guess I got, so like I said, I got some issues with Mr. Prime Time. So
I'm not saying that they are sinless, blameless, perfect, and
Yeah.
I love everything about how they're running their football program.
yeah.
I don't think North Dakota State is what they were. I don't
Okay.
think they're the world beaters that they were.
Okay.
I think they've lost, like I said, they've kind of their coach leaving to go be a linebackers coach.
But this new guy is pretty good. I've heard his last several press conferences. Pulasic, he's a pretty big football head.
Yeah, I mean, they all are.
He fits the North
if
Dakota.
You're coaching at that level, they all are.
Yeah, he fits the North Dakota, like what you would expect a North Dakota State coach to look like. He looks like that guy.
I don't know. I think Colorado's too much for him.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. So Cam Miller, starting quarterback for North Dakota State. He is a senior from Iowa. He's 6'1", 212 pounds. This is a cool fact for us Nebraska boys. The backup quarterback who comes in on goal line situations he's kind of like a Tim Tebow. 6'3", 234 out of Omaha, Nebraska. Played at Westside.
Okay.
So just kind of cool. Keep your eye on Cole Payton. He's number 9. He'll come in on goal line situation.
Where did I heard
plays.
someone talking about Nebraska quarterbacks. Where did Chuba Purdy go?
Oh, I think he went somewhere small, man. Didn't you go to shoot? You look that up. I got.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, and then I guess the last player to keep your eye on is wide receiver. You know Trey Lance, right? Former quarterback. Yep. Now in the NFL playing for the Cowboys. So his brother still plays for the Bison. He's one of their top receivers.
Nevada.
So,
Chuba.
oh, he went to Nevada?
Chuba went to Nevada.
And he's not starting, huh? And they got the other guy starting. Wow.
No.
Wow. So that just shows you how bad Chuba was. He can't even start at
I did watch Chuba play football.
I mean, he did throw right to the Iowa middle linebacker on a play that you couldn't make. Like
that boy was thick too.
Well, I watched this video on YouTube. It was the top 25 worst plays of 2023,
and that was one of them.
And Chuba made number 3. That was the third worst play of 2023, and there were some bad plays. So,
was there a Husker in the area?
No, there wasn't. There was an official right behind. So no, there was no red. There was no red anywhere in his eyesight. Yeah, so
just a dude in
yellow and yellow white,
black and yellow,
man, black and yellow.
Oh, so I am a huge fan of USC, UCLA do it, Oregon State do it. In rivalry games, both teams wearing their colors when it makes sense.
That's cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So like Nebraska would wear red, I would wear black.
Yeah, there's no reason why you can't do that.
Yeah, that's
true.
Those
are distinct enough colors.
Right. Yep. USC is red and blue for UCLA.
And UCLA is the blue and gold.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I think it's super cool. It'd be super cool for like Baylor and TCU.
Yeah.
Those are big rivals. Like, do that. Cal and Stanford, the red and the dark blue.
Yeah.
It gets hard. It's hard for, like, say, hey, Alabama and Georgia, when they're both red.
Right. Yeah. That gets a little, and especially like a similar color red, too. They're like that.
Georgia, Florida, if Georgia wore their red and Florida wore their blue, you could do that. That would be cool. True. Alabama LSU would be cool, like the purple
with the
purple and the red.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be cool. I'm for that.
Miami and Florida State, like the green and the red, like I don't know. I wish more teams did that for like bigger rivalry games when it makes sense to do it.
Yeah.
Texas, Oklahoma, you could get away with a little bit. Red and the orange and red is a little close, but they're distinct enough.
Yeah.
I mean, these are college kids. They got good eyesight. They can tell the difference between red and orange.
Yeah. Yes. Makes sense.
Yeah, but that was a total tangent. I don't remember how I even got. I think because we were talking about Iowa, Nebraska.
Yeah.
But that's something I wish more teams would do.
Yeah. Yep.
I would sign a petition to have Nebraska and Iowa do that.
Would you? Okay.
I would.
Yeah. I'd like to see it. Yeah.
I would, because I think it'd look cool.
It'd be fun. Yeah.
I like the way that Nebraska's red uniforms look better than the white, and I like the way that Iowa's black uniforms look better than the white. Like, I still
think Chuba hits the linebacker in the middle, though.
I mean, I don't think it matters if the guy's wearing white, black, green.
Yeah, bright
orange. He
could
be shirtless, and
Chuba's still he's still gonna hit him. Right there too, man. It wasn't like he even had to like move for the ball. It was just to him.
It could be a shirtless guy out there in an Iowa helmet, and he's got his number painted on his chest, and Chuba's still pitching it.
Chuba's still gonna hit him. Yeah, still gonna hit him. Right between the numbers. Yeah.
Yep, right.
Oh my gosh, Chuba. Peace be with you. See you later, Chuba.
I don't know. That was like a fullback looking linebacker that he threw it to. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That was just a big old dude.
I know. Not quite as big as Georgia Tech's middle linebacker, but yeah, big dude.
He kind of did look like him though.
It was close. He
kind of did look like that middle linebacker for Georgia Tech. Old Juggernaut himself.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like that all middle linebackers should look that way. But anyways, North Dakota State. You got Colorado. The spread now is -10. So would you still take the spread, or are you gonna that'd be a push? You gonna go under, or are you gonna go over still?
I liked it at 9.5. I liked it at 9.5.
I know, right?
I thought they could get the 10, like a touchdown and a field goal.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up money line, I would still take Colorado, but probably if I'm going in, take
over under. Over under is 60.5. They're going to score over 6.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's like 41-20. So.
Or if you're going under.
35-30.
Yeah, it's 35-30 or
Yeah.
something like that.
Right. That's tough.
Um,
You think about it.
so with the line at 10, I'd probably lean North Dakota State and the points
Okay.
at
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Um,
I think North Dakota State's going to try and take the possession away from Colorado. They're going to try to eat that clock. Look
they're
for a
gonna
lot.
Keyword
look
is
for,
try.
Look for a lot of run. I'll be curious to see how Colorado's defensive line linebackers hold up.
The thing, like, too, is Colorado will be fresh. I feel like that was a thing that they
Without
really played up last year in the first couple games is they were fresh. They
that
were
also
fresh. They were healthy. Because I think Colorado's ones can play with anybody.
yeah. Yeah. But that also
Like,
plays to North Dakota State's favor as well.
right.
'Cause
But I think
yeah.
Colorado's ones are talent-wise, you can
Oh
play
yeah.
with
Oh
anybody.
yeah. Off the charts. Yeah.
Like talent-wise, they're ones. Like I think they could. There aren't many games that they would be completely out of.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever pick them against Georgia
Right.
or like Ohio State. But those teams are like national title teams. But like
Yeah.
most of teams in the Big Ten, straight up no injuries, everyone's healthy, whatever. I like Colorado's chances because they've got a lot of talent. It's the depth because of the way that they've built the team just through the portal.
Yeah.
Um,
And the kids not playing with each other,
there's
first
not a
time
lot of
playing together.
development. There's not a lot of depth. And I feel like that's where the wheels fell off the bus last year for Colorado, is they didn't have that depth.
Yep.
So when guys started going down, like they had to shut Travis Hunter down for a couple of games. Just injuries happen in football. Like it's part of it. Like, you don't know who it's going to be or when it's going to happen, but like guys go down.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was part of why the bus felt like the wheels fell off the bus for them. But like they went into TCU's house and like stuck it to them.
Yeah.
And
but TCU was not that good last year, so let's not
I mean,
give them too much credit on that
still,
one.
it's a power. It was a Power 5. They were Power 5 because
They were
five.
They were Power 5. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Last year it was a Power 5 team. They went into their house.
They went there. Yes. Yeah.
And took it to them.
Yeah. I'll give them some credit, not a lot of credit. But I'll give them some credit. Yeah.
They
for
did
that.
also then take it to Nebraska. Like Nebraska handed the game over to them a lot, but they did what they were supposed to do when they got the ball back. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
Like they did what they were supposed to do with the opportunities they were given.
Yeah.
I know they got in a dogfight with Colorado State, and then they went up to Eugene and got the doors blown off of them.
Yep.
And then it kind of started to crumble from there.
Fell apart after. Yeah. I remember that Stanford game we watched too. That was a crazy game. The defense just was not there either. So I'll be curious to see like how good that defense is.
And I think if there were a few, probably 2 games, I think last year, the coaching lost Colorado. You know what I mean? I feel like the Stanford game was one of those games where it's like some of the coaching decisions lost them those games. So if Dion can improve on some coaching decisions too.
Right.
And I don't know. I just feel like those guys are going to be ready to play. They're going to be ready to. They right now, everything, because I think that's a front running team when because they have all the confidence in the world when they're like we're still undefeated. They just had a lot. I feel like they lost a lot of swagger.
Yep.
Once they kind of got punched in the mouth by Oregon and the wheels kind of started to fall off. So coming in, it's a fresh season. I think I give the talent advantage to Colorado.
Yeah, for sure.
I think they're going to try and I mean, it's kind of a cliche in a lot of football teams is us against the world, but I think they're kind of coming in with that mentality.
Dion's been taking a lot of heat in the press and stuff. So
I feel like people dog on him a lot in the press and stuff. So I think they're kind of going in with that us against the world mentality. So I like Colorado to win the game.
Yeah. Well, he did bring in Warren Sapp and Ed Reed too. Warren Sapp's working with the D-line. Ed Reed's working with the cornerbacks. So he's got some pretty prolific NFL Hall of Famers working with his kids too. So yeah, we'll see what they do. But
so let's see. So we can keep track. Are we going straight up or against the spread?
Okay, so
for our main pick, so we've got 2 games that we've done official picks on. I'm on the Tar Heels and the Bison.
Yep. I'm gonna take Minnesota straight up. Actually, no, give me Minnesota. Well, the spread's 1.5. Yeah, give me Minnesota straight up. And if I was a prop betting man, I'm gonna take what's his name now again? Max Brosmer, whatever.
Bosmer.
Over yards on passing, whatever that prop play is. So we'll throw some props in too.
Oh boy.
I bet he pitches it around because he knows how to do that. They'll find him someone to throw the ball to. And then for North Dakota State, I'm taking North Dakota State straight up.
Yep.
So I think they'll
The
control
Tar Heels
possession.
and the Buffs.
Yeah.
I would probably just go money line on both of those.
Would you? Okay.
I don't think-
Playing it real safe, huh?
Yeah, I'd probably play it, especially Colorado at money line.
Okay, so
I could maybe take North Carolina
-1.5.
-1.5
Yeah.
because I mean that's like you kick a field
Basically.
goal and you
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah. Okay, so if I threw a prop at you, Shadur Sanders over or under 2 passing touchdowns, or Travis Hunter over or under 100 receiving yards. So you go over 100 against the Bison?
Yeah,
Ooh, I think he'd have to if they're gonna win.
yeah, because really that's 2 busted coverages,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I don't know the.
I'll say if Travis does not go over 100 yards, the Buffaloes are not going to win the game.
I think both of those are true if Colorado wins the game.
Right, exactly. Yeah, if those two don't happen, North Dakota State's walking out with a victory. So, all right. So what else we got? Is that the last? No, we got one more, right?
We got one more.
Or is that it?
That was it. Those are the Thursday games.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. So that wraps it up then.
Yeah, next time we will talk a little bit more about some of the Saturday games coming up.
Nebraska's big UTEP game at home against the Miners.
We can kind of maybe hit some of the Big Ten teams since we are in Big Ten country, but we can talk about some of the other just big games in general. I know there's a few other.
We have big Labor Day.
Yeah, because we get Sunday games and we get a Monday night game.
Yeah. And wait, what's LSU and USC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Sunday or Monday?
So
we might postpone our Sunday show until all the games are wrapped for the weekend.
I mean, we could do a Sunday show. Well,
that's true. We could
talk about
Tuesday.
Saturday, and then we can react to these two on Tuesday.
That works. Yeah, that's good too. Let's do that. So
we're getting inside baseball here, everyone watching.
You're what?
They're getting inside baseball.
Inside baseball?
Yeah, if they kept watching through to this, they're getting to see how the sausage is made a little bit.
Okay.
Sunday.
Yes, Sunday.
Florida, or not Florida State, LSU and USC.
That'll be a fun one.
I got a take on that already.
Do you? All right, I'm gonna write some points up for that too.
I got a prediction already, but we gotta wait till next episode for that.
Keep that sealed. All right, cool. Well, it's been fun, Mr. Jordan Hopper.
Yes, very fun.
I don't know if I should say your name on the.
You can say it. I don't care. You can find me.
Yeah.
I ain't scared. I ain't hiding from nobody.
It's been a good one, man. Appreciate everybody watching. If everybody watched, we'll talk to you guys on Thursday. Peace out, Girl Scout.